Welcome to the Oakland Baseball Notebook. I'm Jason Ross Jr., joined this week by infielder Michael Stygles and right-handed pitcher Bryce Konitzer. Thank you guys for joining me today. And Bryce, I'll get the ball rolling on your end. You returned to your home state this past weekend against Milwaukee. You guys took 3 out of 4 against the Panthers. Bryce, my Google search tells me that your hometown is about 40 minutes out from where Milwaukee is, University of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And again, you pitched 5 and I want to say actually 6 2/3 in that first game, struck out 5, only allowed 1 earned run, then picked up the save in your next outing. What was the key for you to keep Milwaukee off balance throughout the vast majority of that first outing in particular?
Mainly just getting ahead with the fastball early, and then me and Coach McKinney, we've been working on a cutter and curveball, so that's been huge lately for my success. So I'd say mainly that, just keeping hitters off balance, being able to throw 3 or 4 pitches for strikes, which has been huge for me in these last 2-3 outings that I've had.
And then, Michael, flipping over to you, from a hitter standpoint, you've showcased a lot of confidence lately in the batter's box. You have a hit now in 5 consecutive games, a few multi-hit games sprinkled in there as well. I believe you went 9 for 13 throughout the entirety of that series against Milwaukee. What has led to your recent run of success in the batter's box?
Obviously, it feels great, obviously. But honestly, I thought it was a little time coming. I felt like I was starting to get to be myself in the box, and starting to really put some good swings on it. And this past weekend kind of started to pay off. So, like I said, I just feel like I was starting to get in a groove kind of recently, and it started to pay off.
And then, Bryce, on your end, when you look at the tail end of the season now, getting into the month of May, what have you learned about this group as a whole that you feel could lead to success down the final stretch here?
I think mainly just a lot of guys like starting to realize that we actually can win, and we need to keep like the confidence up, because early on in the year, I feel like if it was a close game, we were going to lose, just because not a lot of people have been around like winning teams here. And I think that was the biggest change. And this past weekend, that was a huge difference that personally I saw. Everybody expected to win, and that's something new that I saw from early on this year to now towards the end of the year. So I think that could help us a lot in these last 3 weekends.
And then, Michael, just genuinely curious on your end, when you look at that final game of the Milwaukee series that you guys won 8-6, trailed in that game and needed a late comeback. You were part of a big 6th and 7th inning that gave Oakland the lead. From a hitter's standpoint, when you step into the box in the moments of needing to come back on a game, how do you remain calm and still selective of which pitches you want to take, which pitches you want to swing at in a big moment like that, knowing that if you don't produce, though, you might not win the game?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think honestly, when it gets to that point, you just kind of gotta just think about moving, just getting to the next guy in line, and just not trying to do too much. Obviously, it was a really good hitting weekend this past weekend with a lot of wind going out, but can't try and do too much. And like we were down a couple runs, and everybody in the dugout, kind of like Bryce was saying, had expected that we were going to come back and win that game. And so I think we were all confident going up to the box, and just basically just not trying to do too much, and not trying to be the guy in the moment, and rather just trying to pass it along, and just trying to do whatever we can to win the game. And obviously it ended up paying off in the end.
And then, Bryce, one more for you here. I was curious, just any message from Coach Banfield right now as you guys try to close out the season here with a few series left?
I mean, I guess just the one thing is, if we play well the rest of the year, like there still is a shot we could make the conference tournament. So just everybody kind of realizing that there's a little extra incentive to go out and hopefully sweep if we can, but if not, win as many games from here on out the rest of the year.
And thank you guys both for joining me. And again, congrats on the success this past weekend against Milwaukee, and good luck moving forward.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having us on.